Hello everyone, the Structure, and in this video, I thought we would just go around playing the Xeno Arenas and just use the new creatures, because why not? I have been playing around with them after I made the videos, and honestly, they have some pretty damn good movesets, like way better than I expected. So let's just go ahead and get to it. I've already got a challenger, so I think I just have to warp back to a previous system and get going, so I'll meet you guys there. Alright, I guess we're gonna be playing in the dark, so let's see. Fire, radioactive, and fire. So, oh, actually, this team's different than the last one I fought. Nice. Also, please do not mind the name of this one. Yeah, that's something. So normally what I would be doing is I would be using the element against the element to make sure that I get an advantage, but just for the sake of the video, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just select some of the creatures. Like this one in particular is actually pretty crazy. I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna go all mechanical. Let me just demonstrate. So we're gonna put the crab on. We're gonna put, well, like this, technically they're all some form of crab, so why not? Let's do it. We're gonna start with, I mean, this is the proc gen name for me. It will be different for you. This is the Wandering Shrimp Tank, and this is the moveset that I have. I don't know if it's different for everyone else, but as far as I know, it does have a fixed moveset. So we got Self-Destruct, which deals 7,000 to 8,000 mechanical damage to yourself, and also increases the defensive strength of your whole team by 100% for 5 turns. That's pretty crazy. Dynamo is a shield ability that absorbs the next 1,000 points of damage, and it uses it to heal yourself, which is pretty good. Data Harvest removes all positive effects from the opposing creature, so it, you know, just leaves the negative effects if it already has them. Dereference Reality, which deals mechanical damage and also applies mechanical damage to yourself each round for 3 turns. So this creature in particular is quite devastating to the opponent, but at the same time it's devastating to yourself. It's more of like an all or nothing kind of creature. You could see basically every single thing does damage to yourself. I think what we should do is use Dynamo. That creates the absorption shield, and if I get hurt by my own attack, maybe that'll heal me. Also, the agility of this thing is pretty crazy, so there's that. We're gonna damn, this one is actually difficult. We're gonna do a Dereference Reality. It does do a lot of damage, but you could see if you use the shield first, you absorb the damage, and then it's really strange. It's a strange moveset, but it's pretty good. We're gonna do EMP Pulse. Oh my god. See, it just shreds them. Absolutely. That is the one downside about this one, is like I said, it's an all or nothing kind of thing. So if anything, I think I'm gonna use Self-Destruct just to get the creature out of the way. Now we're gonna move on to the Corrupted Quadruped, which I guess wouldn't be corrupted because it's got blue in it, so I guess it's corrupted by yourself, but you know. So this one has Laser Cannon, which deals just a lot of mechanical damage. Protocol Override, which resets all active move cooldowns. Dislocation, which increases the dodge chance of your creature by 37% for 5 turns. This one's pretty good. Containment Field, which stuns the opposing creature for 1 turn. And then Electron Storm, which deals mechanical damage and increases after each use. This one's pretty good, in my opinion. So we're gonna go ahead and do Electron Storm. It still did a lot of damage, but not as much damage as I was hoping. It's because I'm not at an advantage. Well, I guess technically I am. Then we're gonna do Dislocation because that dodge chance goes a long way. It's so good. Ooh, I perform Anomaly Suppression on my own? Hell yeah. Sick. Okay, then we're just gonna do more mechanical damage because really that's as much as I can do with this creature. Its moveset's pretty good, but compared to other ones, it's not as insane. Some of the other ones do have really crazy movesets, but this one's definitely not bad. So we're gonna stun the creature. You can't act anymore. And then we're gonna do a Laser Cannon again. Oh, you're so close. So close to being dead. Oh, and they switched out. Alright, you know what? That's... Oh, performed Anomaly Suppression on their own again. Well, I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna switch. Oh yeah. So now we're gonna switch to the crab. The Aeron Crab. I actually have not used this one in particular, so I don't know its moveset. This will be a first time for me. So it has Plasma Beam, which is just more mechanical damage, Electron Storm, which we saw on the Corrupted Quadruped, but this one has a multi-turn ability compared to the other one, which had an increase in damage after each use. So this one is somewhat different. Debugging Agent removes all negative effects from your creature. This turns any creature that you are fighting against into a desert creature for 3 turns. And then this one blocks 37% of incoming damage for 7 turns. So honestly, this one's pretty damn good. I'm going to do that one first. And then we're going to do Electron Storm. See, it doesn't do that much damage right now. And he is low-key getting cooked, so... I don't know. Oh, there you go. See, that damage is ramping up way more than I expected. Let's see how much damage it does now. Oh, yeah. 801 damage. That's pretty good. That is more than what turn 3 is providing in terms of what it says. So we're just going to go ahead and kill this one off. Wow, that did no damage. That's kind of sad. Alright, I think, in fact, I'm going to turn you into a desert creature, just because why not? And I think my multi-turn ability will be even more insane. It missed. Or, you know what? I could just end it right here. Oh yeah, we're just going to do that. And that is game 1 done. So yeah, all in all, they're pretty good. They're very efficient at what they do. Not a bad moveset for these ones. I did get a Champions Invitations, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, the next Arena League Challenger is over there, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Ooh, this one's at a trading post. This one's different. I've been doing a lot of them at the archives, so doing one at a trading post is not bad. Alrighty. Hello, man. And, I mean, same moves... What? Same moveset that they are using, because this planet is the same. So we've seen all of those. Which ones have we not done yet? We haven't done this one, which this one's pretty damn good, I will say. I've used this one quite a bit, and it's pretty damn good. And then we have another one. We have the Boundary Horror. Here, real quick, I want to just see. It's weak against Anomalous, so this is perfect. No, oh, no, hey, no. Put that guy back, please. Thank you. He looks pretty cool. This one's my favorite out of the bunch. I love the Boundary Horror, and especially how it moves on planets. I love it. It's so cool. Absolutely my favorite one. And then I think, just to kind of like go crazy, I'm gonna whip out Ass Eater. Oh yeah, let's do this. Alright, so this is the Xeno creature, and it is toxic. It has Diseased Bite, which deals quite a bit of toxic damage and then applies additional damage each round for 2 turns to the opponent. That's pretty damn good, and that goes a long way. Carry On Flies decreases the accuracy of the opposing creature by 58% for 4 turns. I will say, this move is insanely powerful. And then there's Lockjaw, which decreases the combat effectiveness of the opposing creature by 32% for 4 turns. It has some pretty crazy special abilities. Anti-Venom heals it by quite a bit, so you can heal it as much as you want. Suspicious Fluid decreases the combat effectiveness of the opposing creature by 5% for 7 turns, and also, if they try to remove that negative feature, then it will deal 3,000 to 4,000 toxic damage. It's quite crazy, if I'm being honest. So I think the first thing we're going to do, because it is starting to get a little bit hectic, we are going to do Carry On Flies, so that way its accuracy is ass, and then we're just going to go full blow damage. Or we're going to do Suspicious Fluid, because you never know. They might try to remove it. Look how many negatives it has. Alright, and then we're going to do Diseased Bite. When you have the creature going against... What was it best against? Tropical. When you have it going against a tropical creature, it does so much damage. That Diseased Bite does so much. We're just going to go ahead and use Lockjaw. This thing has got 5 debuffs. Oh my god. Alright, and then we're going to do Diseased Bite again. Does more damage per turn. We're going to do Carry On Flies again. Like I said, those debuffs are crazy. If it does, it has to try to remove it at some point, right? That last one was the only one that hit. Wow. Use solar flare, 93% defensive strength on self. Oh yeah, you're done. You're done. If you get that and you get hit by my creature, you're done. Ow. Oh my god, that actually did a lot of damage. Alright, watch this. And it's dead. What? Okay, never mind. Now it's dead. Alright, well this one is the radioactive creature, so we're gonna go ahead and swap to the boundary horror. It does look pretty cool when it's just floating there. I do like it. So its moveset is Supernova, which deals between 800 to 2400 anomalous damage depending on your agility stat, which then the next thing is Polyrhythm, which increases the agility of your creature by 70% for 4 turns. So if you do this first and then chill out a bunch of damage, you're going to do a lot of damage. Boundary Wall will block 47% of incoming damage for 5 turns, so this one's very good. You know, it comes with a great shield ability. And then you have Supernova that deals small damage at first and then rapidly deals more damage over time. And then you have Frame Shift, which increases the agility of your creature by 387% for 1 turn, and it takes 5 turns to cool down. Frame Shift and an attack would usually be good, but because this only lasts 1 turn, you can't actually use this to go, you know, crazy against a creature. So if anything, using the second moveset and then attacking is the better option. I would only use the 300% buff for like a last resort, like if I was on the verge of dying. So we're gonna do this. Look at that. Do you see that? That is absolutely insane. All right, and you know what? Since this is the last creature, we're just gonna go ahead, make a shield, and then go crazy on it. I've got this for 1 more turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a Supernova, which it did have a shield, and it broke that shield, and still did a lot of damage. Alright, we're gonna go back to Polyrhythm. This creature in particular, for it being an anomalous creature, is just insane. It really is. It is just such an insane creature. I also find it kind of weird how it, like, its bioluminescence matches the table. I just realized that. Alright, time to do Supernova. Let's see how much damage we can chill out here. Not bad. Not bad, actually. Alright, we're gonna do Supernova 1 last time. And yeah, okay, it really was the last time. Wow. Yeah, they're pretty crazy. And you can only imagine how it's gonna be when you go against the correct creature, like when the opponent is using a worse element than you are. It's just gonna be absolutely insane. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and hit that bell to protect and serve.